my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the comic book collector geek, and I'm joined with Mark from Suddenly Comics, and we are the Price Variants, and we're going to be looking at the hottest Silver Age comics for the week. It should be a pretty fun list. I like a lot of the books on this list. So yeah, so I don't know, no theme, no, it's just a cool list. That's the only way
The
to say it.
theme, the theme isn't all comic books that have lost value in the last year.
Well, that's good. I never know when I put the list together if they're going to be up or down. So
Okay, well,
I
let's have a
say
look.
that's a cool book. I'm going to put it on the list.
Let's have a look. Um, there we go. There we are. That's our first
Oh,
book.
yep, Buck Rogers.
But
So this is
it's
the
not right. So it took me a bit of time to find this because when I typed Buck Rogers into Go Collect, it didn't come up with it
there's multiple.
because this is Buck Rogers in the 25th century, number one.
Yes. So there's actually two versions in the Golden Age, and then there's one version. This is the version in the Silver Age. This is actually the first appearance of Buck Rogers in the Silver Age, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah,
And it's a nice painted cover. It's a pretty cool
it
cover. It's
is. A
kind of
very
like that
nice cover. Is
Gulliver's
this George
Travels a little
Wilson?
bit.
Paul Newman, it doesn't eat. The problem with these is I've noticed quite a few of these CGCs don't talk about the cover artist. That to me looks like George Wilson again, the guy who I was on about on Dr. Solar last.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It has a almost a pulpy look to it too. But it's very I don't know. I love these ones where they do the non-trade dress on the back.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you get a
Yeah.
sort of poster. Yeah.
Hmm. It's very
Yeah, it's like they're doing the modern equivalents where they do Virgin covers. You've got the trade dress and the Virgin all in one comic.
yeah. And to me, this is a pretty cool comic. I like Buck Rogers. I was a big fan of the show when I was a kid. Um, and this seemed like a reasonable price, probably a little bit down would be my guess, but
Yeah, $104 sounds cheap for a 7.5. I mean, I
yeah.
have to say, never a big Buck Rogers fan.
Oh,
I was
really?
always, yeah, and I always saw Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon as variations of the same character. And I preferred Flash Gordon because of the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the movie is really great. But Buck Rogers, I don't know. It's a different story. It's sort of like what's his name? The guy that's Rip Van Winkle. Where
Oh,
he
right,
sleeps
goes to sleep. But yeah,
and same idea. And so I like the fact that he's bringing back like 70s and 80s kind of like things to like the 25th century. I think that's fun.
was the guy who played him on television? Lee Majors played him,
Yeah, it's Lee Majors.
a $6 million man.
Yes, same guy.
Was it before or after the 6 million? It must have been before the
It was
six.
after. No, it was
It
after.
was after, was it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Buck Rogers was fun.
Okay. I'll believe you. I never really sort of clicked with me. Perhaps I didn't give it a chance. Anyway, a
Hmm.
7.5 for $104. Oh, Alan, here we go again. Alan is
Picking picking droppers.
so this is this has gone down by 50%. It's lost 50% of its value in the
Well,
last year.
when I saw the 104, I thought this was a bit of
That
a
was cheap, yeah.
yeah, it seemed cheap.
I
Yeah.
mean, I will say this, you can get bargains on Heritage. Quite often we see this where the heritage price is a lot lower than the eBay price.
Yeah, probably the eBay price is probably like 300. You know what
The
I mean?
the eBay price was 200. Yeah, that's the previous
Yeah.
sale. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so these are ones where sometimes it's just not what people are looking for. It could be that they're looking at superheroes and then all of a sudden they see a Buck Rogers. Who cares, right? It's like, but I still think this is a cool book. I would have bought it at $104. I think that's actually a really good
I
price.
think that's a very good price. I would probably have bought it as well, although I'm not a Buck Rogers fan. It's a good price. Right.
Mhm. What? How
Now,
many on the census? It's not even a big
there were
census count.
there should probably a few hundred. No, only 86.
Yeah. So it's one of those books you don't get graded though.
Yeah, you're not going to get it. I
I
mean,
have a
the seven.
copy of it raw, But
Grading is
yeah,
going to cost you $50 now, and
yeah,
is it worth it on $100 book? Probably not.
probably not unless you have a really high grade. And these are not easy to find in high grade.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Right. Okay, moving on.
So
Oh,
not a good start, but
we've got a regular. It's the
this is not
Flintstones.
the regular that you're thinking it is.
No, I've
It's not.
seen this one before. What is this something special about this one, Alan?
This is the first appearance of the Great Gazoo,
Ah,
and
that's
he's even on the cover.
there he is.
Yeah, I like these Flintstone keys. It's a thing for me.
First appearance of the Great Gazoo.
And if you
And it's
notice
and look at
here,
this, Alan. It's 666, the
I
number
was just
16.
that's what I was just about to say. You stole my punchline. I was gonna say like the Great Gazoo, and it's like the number of the beast. It's perfect.
With Blip Blam Blue comes the Great Gazoo. What a great cover.
Yeah. So, I know you like Batmite. I know you like
No,
Mixel
I actually have no issue. I don't like Batmite. I don't like
I'm joking.
Pixie Lixie, what's his name? But because they are appearing in serious comics with superheroes, this is a cartoon character appearing in a cartoon, and it's fine.
Mhm. Yeah, it's the same idea though. This is a Flintstones version of those characters.
Yeah, but the Flintstones
Um,
is meant to be comedy.
mhm. So
Batman
yeah,
isn't.
yeah. So this is a pretty cool book. How much did you go for? A 9.0, which is really high grade, by the way.
264. Oh, again, what a cracker. First great Gazoo for 264 in a 90. Have you done it again, Alan? Have you managed to
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Am I here now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even notice you.
Yeah, somebody's calling. Somebody's
Okay.
calling me.
All right. Alan, you gone up. We got one going up.
We got a good.
The Flintstones never lets us down.
Flintstones does well this week. Okay, so yeah. So what was the previous sale?
The previous sale was in 2021. It was a COVID sale uh,
Oh, that's cool.
for $160, and it's just sold for 260. So it's beat its COVID price.
Yeah, see, somebody appreciates great characters.
Yeah.
Great Kazoo. So yeah, so this is yeah, I mean, this is actually a pretty hard book to find, believe it or not. So I
Well, I
think
should
that's
imagine
another
there's
thing
many of
going.
these graded, is there? 20. There are only
Yeah,
20 graded copies. Is this the highest grade?
it could be. Is
No,
it the highest? Yeah,
no, there's a
there's a
9.8.
9.8. Okay. But it's a hard book to find, actually.
Yeah.
I have it in my collection, but it's a raw copy. Really hard book to, I like getting all these kind of quirky characters. So
Very
I
nice.
felt
I
like,
like that one. The
yeah.
Great Gazoo first appearance.
Okay, so we're batting
Yeah,
500
yeah,
at this
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. You're okay at the moment. One for one,
Okay,
one each.
okay,
And next
okay.
one up is this is a big eat. This is the Brave and the Bold 54, and it's the
Hmm.
first first Teen Titans mention.
Yep,
Or yeah,
the first team. Yeah, first Team Titans. So in the next book, they actually form the title. They become
yeah.
the title. Um,
First appearance of Teen Titans. Yes, Robin,
yeah,
Kid Flash, and Aqualad.
yeah. They become the full team really in the next issue, but
Yeah,
this is where they team up a bit
yeah.
against I think it's the Weather Master or something.
I mean, odd. I mean, this strange guy here with a funny hat on.
Yeah, I think he's the Weather Master,
Is
isn't
he?
he?
Okay. He doesn't say who he is.
Does it say in the bubble, word bubble? I'm pretty sure it's the Weather Master.
No, no, doesn't say.
I don't know. I was an interesting
Anyway, he
cover.
looks like he could be a weather master. He's sort of swirling around in a tornado, isn't he? Uh,
Hmm.
this is Bruno Permiani cover and art. I
Not familiar with him.
think that's quite a good cover. I like these three.
Hmm.
I'm not so keen on the guy flying around in the
Me
tornado.
either, actually, to tell you the truth. But I actually like the fire parts, and
Yeah.
I actually would have toned down the guy flying
This has
around. I
always
think.
been, in my view, a very undervalued key.
Yeah, considering there was a TV series,
Yeah.
multiple TV
Well, lots of
series.
TV series. We've had lots of
Yeah,
Titans.
yeah, Teen
Um,
Titans are quite popular.
yeah. Okay. So how 384 for a seven.
Hmm.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh
Oh
dear.
wow, this is like like when like, this is so typical of DC where it's all over the place. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Looks like
there's
it's had
no
a
nice,
COVID.
beautiful trend
It's
line.
had a COVID peak, Alan.
Okay, but there was also a show at that time.
Ah, yeah, there
That's when
was, but that
there
looks
was
to
a
me like
teen. It
COVID.
was
It's
Titans, right?
probably called COVID plus TV. Yeah. Um, and yeah, you once somebody paid $1,249 for this in November 2021.
Wow,
And they overpaid by nearly $900.
wow.
They
I
wait,
mean, if you look before all of those peaks, like I don't know, there's no real trend line on this one. This is one of those books that goes all over the place.
well, except for the fact that it's now as low as it was in 2014.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, I think this is one of those books where uh it's all over the place anyways. And you know, if there's no hype around it, it just fades, in the background.
Yeah, and another
Nobody's
example here of a low price at Heritage and the previous sale at 625 earlier this year on eBay.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those books that if you're a Teen Titans fan, this is like a kind of must have. But
Yeah,
I think a lot of people go for the one where it's actually got the Teen Titans on the cover
yeah,
and it has like the full team. But I think this actually went cheaper than the book that I'm talking about.
yeah,
The Brave, I forgot what it's, Brave and the Bold, whatever the issue number
yeah.
after
I
this
know the
is,
one you mean. Right now, this has got 1,641 graded copies.
which is actually a high
It
census
is quite
for
a high
DC.
sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that was partly because, it was a popular TV series. So
yeah. And I
people got
think
it
people did
graded.
get this one graded, you know.
Yeah.
Um, right.
So, okay, not bad.
Okay. That's
A
sad.
little bit down. Okay, so
Oh, so we should be back on safe ground here.
yeah, this one's a funny one. I just thought this was interesting. This is Baby Huey uh
And Papa.
and Papa. This is number one, issue number one of the series.
Yeah, excellent. It's in really nice shape. It's a 9.8. It must
9/8.
must be a
It's a
file.
file copy. Yeah, it is a file copy.
It was a file copy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
file
says
copy.
right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So this Harvey would keep like a few file copies, and every so often they come up for auction. So this is like, in a way, it's probably like I don't know why they don't call it like the Harvey pedigree because it really is.
Yeah,
The file
yeah,
copies are.
yeah,
But I think it's cool for that double reason. Like it's the first of whatever, but it's also part of that original publisher's collection, which is cool.
yeah. Very nice. Right, 408 for a 9.8. Well, it's going to be, my guess is it's one of one as well. Oh,
No, no,
you're now three down, one up, Alan.
not doing so well. Um, so the problem with these ones is like, they come up every so often and they either, get a record price or not.
Right. Well,
It's like,
unfortunately, they see I think this I got accused last week of always saying that people my age are dying out. Um,
um,
but
yeah, yeah,
here,
that was
here
the
we go
most
again.
popular
In
comment.
2009, this was a
Hmm.
$1,400 book.
Wow.
Okay. 16 years later, and a lot of people who were nostalgic about Baby Huey and Papa are no longer with us. And the
Hmm.
modern generation have no idea who they are. If I said Baby Huey and Papa to my kids, they wouldn't have a clue what I was
They
talking about.
wouldn't have a clue.
No,
No, no,
probably they put
nobody under 40 would
no, they
probably
probably put
know.
me into a care home and say I was.
I
Um,
yeah, I actually even I think even under 50 might not know this book.
exactly, and this is what's happened. So
Very
now it's
interesting.
$1,000 cheaper now than it was 16 years ago.
Yeah, which is sad.
This is not a comic to invest in.
Yeah, but if they ever decide to make a Papa Huey or Baby Huey cartoon again,
Yeah.
it could become popular.
Well,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
and I
right.
imagine like probably these aren't worth getting graded unless it's above like probably 8.0 or something like that. Um, these 9.8s, this is the extreme on the price. So yeah. How many on the census?
Oh, uh, I'm predicting less than 100.
I'm
30,
predicting less than
31.
so, yeah, I was going to predict less than 30 even. But okay. So yeah, it is what it is.
It's supply and demand, Alan, isn't it? There's only 30 of them, but nobody wants them.
yeah, nobody wants it. It's sad. Poor baby Huey. I don't know what to say. I just thought it was a cool book.
Poor baby Huey. Right. How many have we done? One, two. That was the fourth one. We're going on to number five, Alan.
Yep, number five. Hopefully
Okay.
we get
So
a
far, yeah, 3-1 at the moment. And
yeah.
it's a cracking cover. I love
This is a
the
big
cover.
one. This is the origin of
It
Galactus.
is the
I
origin.
figured with the movie coming out,
Yeah,
this is a great cover.
yeah, it
I
is.
mean, this
One
is
of the best Galactus covers in my view.
yeah, I really like this one
There's some
too.
great Galactus covers. Have you done Galactus as a theme in your Friday?
Not no, 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 I've never done that. I didn't like because a lot of my viewers are Golden Age people.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how many would have like a good Galactus collection. Um, but I do like the Galactus covers. I mean, I like giants generally on
Yeah,
covers. I think they're cool.
exactly.
Um,
Right, very good. And he's coming to our screens the next month.
I know. So, and we've seen him in the trailer too. So
We
now
have,
there's not that speculation anymore. It's a known thing. You know, will
and
he be the next big thing? I don't know.
I don't know, he's been played by a Yorkshireman.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, the actor who's playing him is a Yorkshireman.
Very cool.
But when I say playing him, I presume he's doing the voiceover.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay. But how much did this sell for? It's a great book. 9.2, 720. Sounds
Hmm.
cheap to me.
Sounds cheap for Marvel. I don't know. If it was DC, I'd say, oh, that's really high price.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Well,
a way
it's
above.
holding. This is the one that went up in COVID, but then has not fallen back anywhere near where it came from. Yeah. So
Yeah,
before COVID, this was a $340 book, and it's now double that.
yeah.
This has done
I
actually
think that's mainly because of the movie that's held that price.
possibly, yes, possibly, because you see, it came down here. Probably movie gets announced around here. Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's the movie announcement taking that up there, May 2024, and
yeah.
it's holding up. It's holding up. This has actually performed very well since pre-COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll give you that as a winner.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least got a couple winners. And what's the census on this one?
I reckon this will be fairly big. Yeah, 1,000.
For Marvel, that's not that bad. I
No,
mean,
it's
that's
not.
yeah.
No, it's not actually.
I imagine this one would be hard to get in high grade because I found that like a lot of the Marvels in the Silver Age, the white covers always go kind of like tan looking. They
Yeah,
always
they
have that
do.
kind of.
I've got a low grade copy of this. See what I
It's
think.
hard to get it like a nice, pretty white.
Yeah, I paid $3 for my copy.
Oh, this book?
Yeah, and
Wow.
but it's not graded, and I reckon it's a 2.5, so it's a low grade.
But still, that's really good price. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
this
I
cover.
found it
It's
in a
good.
found it in a dollar bin in a comic shop.
Okay, wow, that's a good
Yeah, it was a
pickup.
good find. Yeah, the guy didn't know what he was doing.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so that's the first half of this hottest Silver Age. I think the next half will be better. I actually think there was a few that were pretty impressive sales. So hopefully hopefully I'll bat a little higher on the second round. So yeah, so go over to Mark's channel, check it out. Some of the bigger books are on his channel. So again, thanks, Mark. Bye for now,
Cheers,
everyone.
Alan. See you next week.